getting set to take over once more. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10.
You know what time it is? They ain't me and I ain't them. Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. Okay, hand, medium dark skin tone.
A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Give up the middle to Harris. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Russ. And this would be incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be 3rd down.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open, and that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone at the 21. He's brought down by Kobe Turner. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Harris. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a 1st down. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the 1st half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris.
Waste basket, waste basket.
Closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Don't nobody want to see no blue screen, sucker. See, I told you to play Mafia. Face with steam from nose, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Mike Williams. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Second down, it's Stafford. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's the give up the middle with Williams.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
The Rams punting unit coming out as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Van Jefferson, touchdown Steelers.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Boswell now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Steelers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. still the matter of...
Call that boy Tay Weezy Blues Clues face with tears of joy face with tears of joy face with tears of joy. Lol.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Cool in Maine.
So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one.
I don't see them, but the blue screen face with tears of joy face with tears of joy face with tears of joy. Lol. Odd thumbs up, medium dark skin tone.
But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. In the first half, we saw a strong performance.
Your internet running for me face with tears of joy face with tears of joy face with tears of joy. Kel 100 points.
His guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Steelers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. Might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. A run. Here's Harris. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's Harris. And he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Now it's Harris. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is brought in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. On the give, it's Harris. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see him, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
They run it over center with Harris. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. On the ground, this is Harris. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, it'll go down as a loss of 2.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. That is caught! What a job on the scramble. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Stafford. This one intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the 2nd half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit over-eager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Harris. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On first down, right back to Harris. And he's going to be taken down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Five yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. They'll run with Harris. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. One more time, it's Harris. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Half yard, that's all they need on this third and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Najee Harris, touchdown Steelers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on fourth down. Taking care of it on the third down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 9. Stafford now. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and 6. Here's Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Punt team headed out for the Rams. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The home team's offense, and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. He'll give it to Harris again. He'll get about 3.
Hello, peoples.
And that's going to lead to third down.
Hi, Cal.
Here's a third down and 4. A run with Harris. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. This one down the field for Freiermuth. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out, and it results in a turnover on downs. The Rams offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. To throw is Stafford. And this offensive line just has... right now. It's another sack.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. That is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach of just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Harris. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. On the handoff, it's Harris. And good hard running will get him down close to a 1st down. Might be a yard short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Harris. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try the right side now with Harris. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Well, this one is in reverse again. They're going to lose more yardage here, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing, Stafford. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And he has got
But thumbs up, medium dark skin tone.
That is a big gainer for the Rams. 59 yards. Now it is 1st and goal. One last throw here for Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. And this was as good as it gets. All three phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided.
Waste basket, waste basket.
So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL.
Too bad that wasn't me. Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.
All I work, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.